Good afternoon, Wesleyan families, and welcome to our fourth podcast and strategic item number 3, which is facility enhancements. And I would like to take just a few minutes and explain where we are with that initiative. But first, let me tell you this. God has greatly blessed Wesleyan Christian Academy as our school has grown significantly over the years. Land and facilities have been purchased and built to accommodate these students and also the programming for them. However, ministering to 1,300 students on a 26-acre site can be very challenging at times. In our long-term planning for years, we had always intended to purchase the property, the retirement center right next door to us. However, as you know, this is no longer an option for us to consider, which means we are now landlocked and very limited in our ability to build additional facilities or programs that require any kind of space. Many of our students must travel daily to other facilities for practice and for games. We don't like that, but they have to do that at times. Getting to and from one end of campus to the other can limit instructional time. Additionally, the necessary maintenance of some of our aging facilities and equipment can be pretty costly. It is our strong desire, however, to offer both an attractive and inviting campus that can foster school spirit and school pride for all of our kids. The students really like some of the improvements that we've made over the summer, and we want to continue to do that in a reasonable way. So there's 9 specific strategies that we're looking to consider in the future. First, raise funds for campus improvement. When I say raise funds, we would like to do some of these things outside of tuition if we can. But there are some significant things we would like to do. And some of them are pure maintenance items as well. For example, raising fund for campus improvements, which include installing central heat and air, replacing some of the roofs. We've had several different additions over the years, and the roofs are expiring in some of those areas, and roofs are simply expensive. And so are the shingles, the wooden shingles that we have all over campus. The decorative shingles need to be replaced. Number 2, we also need to raise, hopefully, outside funding for a cafeteria update. That includes seating, lighting, some new equipment, addressing the traffic flow, those types of areas. We would also like to raise funds for expanding the elementary program. Dr. Niccolo and I have met with a couple of our teachers. We met with a company who does this, and we feel we have a plan in place to expand the elementary playground. 4, we need to study options for better use of the small chapel. That's the only area on campus that's not utilized all day long, and we would like to investigate what kind of options we can possibly do in there. 5th, we would like to secure and pay for the services of a school architect or engineering firm that can assist us in possible ideas in redeveloping sections of the campus which could accommodate additional facilities or growth in our programming. 6, we need to raise funds for a library makeover. That includes, again, better lighting, updated furniture, shelving units, additional technology, and increase the open space in there. Kay Bowles, our library media director, has already presented a plan. We're very excited about it, but we need to pay for it. Number 7, we need to consider other use or better use of the Centennial Center and the surrounding fields around there. Are there different things that we can be doing with that particular area out there? Number 8, continue the search for additional land to accommodate athletics or possibly program expansion. Ever since that property was no longer available to us next door, we've been evaluating pieces of land close to the school that can accommodate that kind of growth and expansion. So hopefully by the end of the year we can give you an update and let you know where we are on that process. And finally, the 9th area is we need to research ways to be more energy efficient and consider alternative energy resources that are available to schools. So there are 2 ways you could help. One, again, we need your prayer. We need prayer for direction, for wisdom as we consider some of these significant areas and how to pay for those things. And number 2, if you're an architect or an engineer or a facility auditor or have experience in assisting schools on alternative energy that may be available, we'd love to talk with you. There will be a committee forming pretty shortly. I will be serving on that committee. Tim Brickman, our high school principal, who's been very involved in campus improvements, will be on that committee. A board member or two. And then we'd like to get a few parents who have a strong background in some of these areas that I just described. So those are two ways you can help in the short term and long term. And feel free to call Marcia Flincham here in the office, our communications coordinator, or Cheryl Martin. Either one will steer you in the right direction. Next week, I'd like to take a few minutes and talk about our next initiative, financial advancement and tuition management, and keeping tuition affordable and reasonable as we tackle on some of these initiatives. All right, thanks for tuning in.